What's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to mount a Picatinny rail onto your rifle. The rifle I have here is a Savage 110 Ultralight in the 7 PRC, and this rail I got is from Salmon River Solutions. I want to highlight this rail real quick. This rail from Salmon River Solutions, it's super sleek and super lightweight. Compared to the last system I was running a 2-piece rail system. A few pros of the 1-piece rail versus the 2-piece rail system. 1-piece rail, you're going to have less room for error. With these 2-piece rails, yeah, there is the holes where the screws will go in that'll line these up, but I just think there's a little bit more room for error. You're going to have the chance of them being off level, maybe just a little bit, and as far as long range shooting goes, I want to be as perfect as I can. Also, this rail comes in at 1.5 ounces, where this came in at 1.6, so I am saving a little bit of weight on these also. So shout out to the guys at Salmon River Solutions. They make some awesome products. Make sure to go check them out. Getting started here, a couple things you'll need before you mount your rail onto your rifle. A torque wrench. This is from Wheeler Engineering. This just gives you the ability to kind of dial up however many inch-pounds you need to torque it to get the correct specs on your rifle. It's super important when working on a rifle not to under torque or over torque those screws. And then also, I like to use a little bit of blue Loctite, just to make sure we lock those in so they're not coming loose on you. First things first, bolts out of the gun. Visually check, just make sure we're being safe, nothing's in the gun here. We'll go ahead and get started with the Savage 110 Ultralight. There are 2 different screws that some, I guess, models will use. Just depends on how old I think your rifle is. But the screws you're going to want for this rifle specifically is the 840 screws. Check with your gun, check on your receiver what screws will fit. But for this gun, it's the 840 screws will fit in these holes in my receiver. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to add a little bit of blue Loctite on these. With the Salmon River Solutions rail, it says front, makes it super easy to know which way is which and to get it lined up with those screws. Just put a little bit of that blue Loctite on those threads. Try not to do too much. When I'm first putting the rail on, I'm not torquing it down. I'm pretty much just taking it to hand tightness, just to make sure we get an even torque across the whole rail. That was quite a bit of Loctite. That won't be for sure secure. I like to work back to front and then meet in the middle with the last 2 screws. Also, make sure to look up these specs on the certain gun that you have. For this gun here, the specs are 20 inch-pounds. And so after I kind of hand tightened all these screws into the holes, now I'm ready to torque this rail down onto the gun. So on this Wheeler Engineering torque wrench, it has a 20 here. As shown, we'll move it right up to 20 and then torque these down. Like I said, I like to start from back to front and then meet in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and torque these down. Wait till it cams over right there. There, cammed over. Cammed over again. There. I like to go over them twice. That's just me. Just to make sure they're all in place. And that is pretty much it. That rail should be mounted on here. I have some Wheeler Engineering levels that when I mount these RPM rings onto my rail, I'm going to throw the level on there, also on my barrel to make sure everything's in plane. That way we don't have any cant in our rifle scope, our rings, or our rail, to make sure we're all set up. So make sure to go check these guys out at Salmon River Solutions. Their rails are awesome. They make a lot of brakes, a lot of accessories for your guns. But hopefully this was helpful. It should be a super simple process to get this on here. Something that everyone can do by themselves. And make sure to tune in next. We'll be putting these RPM rings on here and mounting my scope onto here and getting this gun all set up, take it out to the range. So have a good one, guys. We'll see you on the next one.